The stars are particularly beautiful here. The sky is endless. The Pine Ridge Indian Reservation is a vast, sprawling landscape, wild and varied grasses that stretch in long, undulating patterns across those rolling hills and mountains. There's this expansiveness to the way in which one feels coming to this place. My name is Maka'akanaji Black Elk, and my title here at Red Cloud Indian School is Director of Curriculum and Instruction. I grew up on this reservation my whole life. And what's so powerful about this community and this place is that the Lakota people who live here, the very nature of how we historically understood the world, has a lot to do with the way in which we relate to the land in terms of our spiritual connection to it. I think also this place is harsh. There is a difficulty in living in this land. The people here, as a result of that, have been quite resilient. What people here are used to is their story being told in the outer world, usually not by themselves, not by anyone from this community. And also the way in which that story is told is often framed in this very negative way, that it's poor, that it's crippled by alcoholism and poverty and drugs, that this place has no future. The story that should be paid attention to, it's not that people are living here in destitution, and it's not that people who are still living here have given up. There's an element that is impossible to ignore, which is the powerful spirit of this place. To suffer and then to survive. That's evident in our student body. It's evident in the community that there is a desire to live. And we have this expression in Lakota, mitakuye oyasi, roughly translated to, we are all related, we are all responsible for each other. Here at Red Cloud Indian School, because we're both a Catholic and Lakota school, that has provided some very interesting and unique theological approaches to how we think about the world. Our Lakota spirituality can help provide a lens by which we truly embody that prayerful connection to all creation. And through our Catholic lens, we also can see that God is in all things. Education, I strongly believe, is the best means by which anyone can help themselves and their family out of poverty. My mother always said it to me best. In the context of our history, education is the one thing that they can't take from you. This is something that you own, and you use it for the betterment of all around you. When it comes to education for Native American children, there's a fraught history there. It has its roots in a place that Native American children were not allowed to be who they are. That history matters. Today, schools are working in the opposite direction, working to try and empower Native students to be who they are authentically. Red Cloud Indian School has been involved in the American Indian Catholic Schools Network for nearly a decade. That community moved over to the Alliance for Catholic Education at the University of Notre Dame. Through that, we were able to also find out about ACE Teaching Fellows and also the Marianne Remick Leadership Program. In order to help these Catholic schools survive, we need powerful leaders who are going to go and build them and sustain them and move our Catholic schools into the 21st century. Through the program, I've been given a zeal and a language and a perspective by which I can transform schools, and especially my own school.
My name is Chris Smith, and my role is Assistant Principal of Student Academics. At Red Cloud, I find God's presence and work on this campus. I think education is a unifier. Schools are inherently communities where you get to interact with one another in the classroom and the sports field, on the school bus. And my job is to give our students and to give our faculty the tools and the resources to help get our students to where they can do what they want to do. Remick is giving me a lot of skills that will help me to continue that passion and that zeal.
Our mission is grounded in God's providence. As Catholic school leaders, we engage in audacious hope. And we do that because we know that our mission is long-term. We know that there are going to be challenges, but we also know that deep down, God is hope. There is an importance and there is a power in the things that our students face every day that are devastating. They are historically driven and difficult to surmount. Sometimes we want to ignore the challenges our students face because that's not their story. The reality is it is their story. Therefore, those narratives are just as powerful in leveraging our story of hope. This is for the future of our children. We can't be limited. It's worth it for us to continue that fight to audaciously hope.